Hey guys, this is my first Minecraft video, and what I'm showing you today is this RS NOR Latch Array, and it is a multi-day selector. And the reason I built this is because I have a farm in survival mode, and I don't want it to use pistons, and I want to have multiple days. So, how does it work? Well, it takes this solid input, such as this lever here, and then it adds down the line. Turns off. Day 3. I hit that pretty fast there. Day 4. And then what happens here, and you'll see, so all the days are lit up, and then when it goes on again, it resets, and now it's day 1. So the time stays the same. It's able to reset and maintain the time. It doesn't just reset off the last day there. So that keeps everything in order. And if you can hear my computer right now, it's because it's really shitty, and that's why I don't have pistons. And I know there's some 2-day designs out there that use pistons. I can't do things like that because my computer is really bad. It's not bad, it's just old. So oh, and a quick comment here, some of these textures I'm currently designing texture packs, so things like these lamps and these bricks are things I've designed. Other things I kind of design as I go. So at some point I'll design all the redstone and like the grass I've done. So one of these days I'll be able to actually release this texture pack. So anyway, what's going on here, and I'll break this signal, put this lever here, is I'm taking this and I'm turning it into a pulse. And I need a quick pulse because a pulse from just a regular button is too long for this compact of an array. And there's bleed over where multiple RS NOR latches become selected. So I need a quick pulse, and that's what this does right here. You take a look at it. Pretty simple design. There's nothing on the top there. So if you ever need to make a quick pulse off a lever or any solid input, see it go off there. That's how you could do it. There's lots of ways to do that. So that's what's going on there. Now here is the actual input into the array, and like this repeater, and there's another repeater down there, that's only to strengthen the signal. So there's like nothing fancy going on here. Same here with like the blocks. I mean, if you did put redstone there, these would connect, but I always like to put repeaters in the blocks like that, just the way my mind works. It just helps me see what's all going on better, like visualize it. So here we just have every one of these is tileable. So this is one RS NOR latch. Here's the second one and the third one. And what's going on here is these repeaters are what locks everything down the line. So see here how these 3 are not selected. That's because of these repeaters, which are being powered from the previous latch. Once the previous latch switches, that becomes unpowered, allowing this one to switch, and that's how it goes and stores memory in sequential order. Then what happens down here, and this is the reset, off this last RS NOR latch, there's a repeater which is locking another repeater. And so every time that pulse comes down, it comes down and it hits right here, but it can't it can't go through because it's locked. Once the last latch has switched, this becomes unpowered, unlocking that. So that's what's going on there. And the way it stays in order is that even though this the seventh day switches, it doesn't do it fast enough to allow that really quick pulse to go through. So it has to actually hit one more day cycle to reset, and that keeps all the days, and it keeps it like a constant clock basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then it goes down the line here. I'm just repeating the signal. This is the reset input. When that gets hit, all these signals will go down and they all get reset. And then what I have going on here is this is on a little bit of delay. It goes back into this first latch, and that reactivates the first day. So technically, you wouldn't have to have this. You could just reset it, and then there would be nothing selected again. But like I said, for my own use, it's not really accurate because there's always a day selected, and it keeps the time accurate. Otherwise, the time would be off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to get into like how to build it. There's a lot of YouTube videos on RS NOR Latch Arrays, or there's some, and they're all the same design. So all I've really added in this pulse, and then the reset, and I had to cough there. And then the way these are in sequential order. So yeah, it's pretty simple. And then some like what I'll be using it for is, say on this day here, this will, when it hits this day, I'll probably have this pulse out, so I'll create some other circuit here to do a pulse off this solid signal, but this will go off and hit my farms. And in my survival world, I only have 3 days set up. So yeah, which I think is technically 2, I guess, because this day, one of these is always selected. So if you wanted 3 days, I do 4. Yeah, and so that could go off and fire my farms. You could really do anything, I guess. It's a really slow clock, I suppose. In 20-minute increments, these go on. So you could have some sort of calendar. You could do a lot of different things. And then the way the input is like, as you know, daylight sensors, they'll set off a solid signal, whether it's day or night. And then I'll probably pick it up somewhere around 10 or 11 off the signal. I don't like to pick it up too early because, well, especially when I'm doing like lights, because it seems like it's what would be the equivalent of like 2 in the afternoon or 1 o'clock is when like the nighttime sensor will start sending out a signal. So I usually pull off of somewhere around 11. I know this is only whatever, 7, 6, and then just off that, just use a repeater, and then that's where you'd send the signal into this pulse here. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.